working now. The camera was giving me a bit of sass. Quite a bit. More than a bit. It wasn't a bit of sass. It was a grip of sass. Come here. There you go. Hey, I thought I pushed start. Now my PlayStation's giving me sass too. Okay. Let's do this. Okay. All right. Okay, all right. So, we've got invited to the thing in February, so we just got to be around for that. In the interim, we can just work. Ooh, we're almost at 700 skill. Let's get that. Secret tunnel. Hey, Millie. Sorry I'm so late. Right on 700. My camera was doing something real weird. What is this? Item shop? Yep. Item shop sale. Do you even have any items? I have those. Hey, she won't get mad at me now for saying you don't have any items to use because I have a golden peach. There's no crit roll for some reason tonight, so you have my attention. Weird. All right. Let's see. I mean, I guess we could just work intelligence. Might get another. We got nothing to do. We're just gonna try and circle the calendar here. Game audio's a touch loud. And beat all the invitationals. I guess we could go to the official class tournament too. Just for 10 grand. The only thing stopping me really is that, well, I don't really need the 10 grand. And it's like 8 monsters. I guess a lot of them would run away from me, but it's fine. If I need to make money, I'll make it on expeditions. Or an A class. But I mean, like, so for a year's worth of A class, I can make like 43 grand or something like that. On a lucky expedition, I can make 40 grand. Sorry, there's no crit roll, though. Alright, so our battle is next month, February 1st. So we can work for 3 days and then rest. And then we'll go beat this other invitational. And at the beginning of March, we should get invited to the next one. What did she say? I wasn't paying attention again. Hey, Gerd. There was a party. Oh, the birthday party? It was fun. I had a really good time. Oh, it's Karn. I can't go to this one because if I do, I'll miss the battle I need to go to. Sorry, Karn. Not this time. It was weird to like see people and be at a party. Hey, what's going on, Omega Shrimp? No, we just started. I ain't done anything. All I did was send Dad Rat out into the field to pick some carrots so far. We are 3 battles short, 3 tournaments short of beating the game in the strictest sense. Okay, so we work 1 more day, and then we'll rest tomorrow, and then we'll fight the February Invitational. Is that person just desperately sad because you missed 5 minutes of stream? Somebody give Omega Shrimp the link to my YouTube. Can't be late to YouTube, Omega Shrimp. Hello again, man. I honestly don't have much time and I'm dying inside. So as always, I just want to stop by. Wish you good luck with the streaming stuff. Remember to stay hydrated. Be happy, sayonara. I'm happy every time you come by, Omega Shrimp. Thank you. It's actually right there on the channel. Down underneath, there's a link to socials, YouTube and Twitter. And yeah, all my old vibes in. I was watching some of them earlier today. All right, the All-Star Cup. Yes, We are going to participate in the All-Star Cup. We're not just going to participate. We're going to dominate. Alrighty. Oh, no, you know, actually that S official cup wouldn't have been worth 10 grand. It would have been only worth 5 grand. If I maybe like fought 2 monsters, 5 grand's not bad, but again, I think like when it comes down to time and money being interchangeable resources, I think my time is worth more than 5 grand. Even like if I'm just turning it back into money. I think I could get more than 5 grand faster than that otherwise. My job here is done. Now I shall lurk to get some points and waste them on something dumb in the future. Fantastic. Enjoy your lurk, Omega Shroom. All the ones are here. We'll show them who's really most famous and skilled. Go for it. Let's go. Alright, Arngraz says no thanks. Oh, you see that? That was a hanger monster. Oh, Kara was the one who gave us a headache in the invitation, or the official cup. But now with 700 skill and 700 intellect, I'd be shocked if I missed this thing and didn't one-shot it. Remember, the secret was to just mash fast. I mean, it could still kill me in like 1 hit, so I don't want to play, but I'll just mash and definitely try and get it. I should do it. Yep. Get wrecked. Well, that thing has like a little mirror in front of it. I feel like I commented on that before. There's got like a little floating glass thing in front of its face. This is a robot monster here. A hanger. Gureb. We're going to get one of those. That one looks like it's mixed with Dino. That's why it's got that green color. The default hanger monster, it's called a hanger. Spelled H-E-N-G-E-R. Is a kind of brownish. And you'll hear this thing, like the Naga, makes a bunch of noise before the battles. Thunk, thunk. Hear it? Oh yeah, that's Dino. Oh, I hit the mic? Well, I hit the pop filter, I think. Thunk. Wow, that thing has incredibly high skill and speed. Alright. Oh gosh, my chance to hit it is so low. Oh, that's fine. That worked. I was only with my teacup. Because I got it so close to my face today. The sound is just... The closer you can get the mic to your mouth, the better you sound later. Well, the better you sound live. I just can't tell until later. Because live, here in person, I sound great. But I don't know what I sound like on the stream until I watch it later. I found that the closer I got the mic to my mouth, the better the sound was. The less likely it was to think of me as noise and try to suppress me. Okay, so that was the All-Star Cup or whatever. Yeah, way to go, bud. 2 more. We're halfway done. How can you tell? He's invisible, and the facial expression on the mask never changes. All right. So again, we level up. This should take us up to 8. Rank 8. Fantastic. I like how the part of that that's not variable looks like form copied, and then the other part looks kind of like it's written in, like you see on certificates where they write in the name. I'm like gesticulating like I'm left-handed, but I'm not left-handed. I don't write with my left hand. Maybe that was obvious by the way I was writing like that. Okay, so March 1st, I should get invited to the next one. And depending on when it is, it'll probably be in May. I may be able to go on the Hartville expedition. I don't know if I really want to, though. I don't really know if I care about the Hartville expedition. We'll see. Because once we beat the game with this one, then what we're going to do is start working on collecting all the monsters. starting with like the rarest monsters. Basically, we're gonna do the quest monsters first, and then just breed a bunch. And I'll do most of the breeding off stream because I'll demonstrate some of it, but it's fairly tedious. Unlike the rest of this game where I farmed 10,000 times. What am I talking about? All video games are tedious. It's just like how video games are. Okay, there's a tournament. Here's my invitation. Alright, so here we are. Okay, when's this one? The 3rd week of May. Cool. That's next month. That's fantastic. Alright, that's in 2 months, Michael. Way to go. I always think it's April every time. Not March. I always get that one messed up. Okay, so there's the next one. The Masters S Cup. That's a weird name. I'm not sure you're a trustworthy judge of what counts as tedium, considering you played it. I'm not saying tedium can't be fun. It is tedious, but it's like relaxing. I grew up grinding, you know what I mean? I was the younger brother, so my older brother did the fun parts. I did the grinding. So now I'm into it. Maybe I'm traumatized, but grinding doesn't even remotely bother me. I was just happy to be included. In retrospect, it was a bit of a raw deal, but I like to say that that experience, the growing up grinding, I guess, prepared me to one day knit and crochet. Because if there's anything that's grinding, it's knitting and crocheting. Because it's the same thing, just 5,000 times. If that's not grinding, I don't know what's grinding. Very good point. Oh, more like double-pointed needles, am I right? And I'm super happy that I knit and crochet. In fact, I don't know how I was happy before I could do it. I can't even remember what it was like. It's like trying to remember what it was like not having kids. Yeah, it's not exactly like that, but it's impossible like that. We don't need to go to that. No, you don't need to go to that. I mean, more carrots. There's no such thing as too much carrots. You need all the carrots. Depending on the monster you're sending to training, sometimes their training changes into different stuff. Sometimes that one can be, instead of carrots, like a giant turnip. Your monster just has to lift up one giant turnip. Ooh, 5 years old. This guy's getting pretty crusty. Most monsters don't live to be 5 years old. It's because we fed him that plant egg. And she would tell me, she'd be like, yo, dude's getting old. Time to let him, retire. Excuse me. Today at work, one of the girls was saying she's struggling with her toddler wanting to walk the dog. Another coworker suggested 2 leashes, and that way he's not actually holding it. I brought up this is like the older sibling handing you a controller not plugged in, and brought up some memories for my manager who was the youngest child. Oh yes, Melissa. When we first got our NES, my dad, of all people, who I never even seen play a video game since, would stay up late playing video games. He would play Super Mario Bros., a Duck Hunt, and Centipede, or Millipede. It was Millipede on the NES. Now, see, he seems tired and worn out. Maybe it's time for him to retire. We'll see how long we can keep him going before he dies. If he dies, we'll give him the Golden Peach. But we'll just take it easy on him. So anyway, yeah, I would play with my dad with an unplugged zapper, and he told me I was helping. I'd be zapping Koopas and enemies and Millipede, and he's like, yeah, good job. And I'm like, yeah, I'm helping my dad. Until like a year later, I was like, Dad, wasn't even playing. Okay. More carrots. I may not have been the youngest child, but I have more older siblings than most people. gosh, hang on. I'm sitting on 54 grand without even trying. Oh, it looks like training fees are reduced this month. And I gotta send this crusty... Oh, it's fan mail, actually. Go! I'm gonna grow up to be a breeder like you. What should I study? Oh, this isn't even fan mail for the monster. That's fan mail for me. Oh, I wanna be like me. Like he's telling his monster to go. I don't think I've ever seen that fan mail before. I'm the elder child, but I never did that to my sister. Good for you, Gerd. Good for you. I wonder if this is where my lack of trust in my parents' technical knowledge originates. Could be, Melissa. All right, we'll work one more time, then we'll rest. We got one more battle. The problem is, I may have to feed him the golden peach anyway, which isn't a disaster. It's fine. Because old monsters get pretty daft on expeditions. And before I fully retire this guy, I do want to send him on some expeditions, get some good stuff. Okay, here's the Master S Cup. Master's S Cup. I don't want to just take him on expeditions and have him just get lost continually. Well, I mean, I'm probably going to feed him the gold peach because it's fine. I think I probably want to send him on each expedition at least once to gather up some parts. Although, I think I'm also going to depend on future monsters to do some expeditioning. Expeditioning. I think it's called exploring. I can easily see a 6-year-old me going, Mother, this isn't plugged in. And she's like, oh, I didn't notice. And you're like, wow, Mom, you're a doofus. Probably not. Most boomers and Gen X are completely hopeless with my experience. Could just be like legit, right? She actually did co-play with me, though. That's how I know how to play World of Illusion. Oh, wholesome. My mother did not want to play video games with me. I would bug her and bug her and bug her until she, like, helped me. But then she would abandon me to go do chores. Let me die alone in Super Mario World or Super Mario Bros. All right, we will become the #1 ranked breeder if we win this. Give it your best. Let's go. Ooh, look at this. That's a mono running away from me. Oh, a magic monster. Shing. This one's gonna be super high defense. It's a Golem and Gel. Those are both high defense monsters. So the magic monster there, that one looked like it was maybe Magic Naga. That's going to be like the first, hey, you know, how is it going? It's going to be like the first special monster we make. It doesn't even have high defense. What the heck are you? Oh, because it's not a gel, that's a tiger. Whatever. This God Anger will surely kill it. Okay, this second attack will surely kill it. There we go. That one may not want to fight me in the future. Actually, the way it looks like there's 2 monsters for each special cup that were in the official cup, and then like a bonus monster. So in this case, yeah, we have a magic monster here. So I'm going to be breeding... That's the monster right there that my galley is. You know, my monster is like actually invisible and carrying a cloak. That's what it is. It's a magic type monster. This one has been mixed with a Naga. Kind of looks like a little, like, I don't know. Well, you'll see here in a second. Ugh, that one looks like a gremlin. They don't always look like that. Wow, very well-rounded. Gabarn. Ooh, God Anger is not super likely to hit. So let's move up to Holy Flash. Don't hit me. Woo, don't hit me. Seriously, get out of my face. No, I didn't want to do that. Oh gosh, this thing is jumping all over the place. All right, that's why we save. I wonder if like Mickey or if Dad Rad just died. Okay, that's actually cool. I'm actually still gonna win this. Not only did I not die, I'm gonna win because we tied with Shing. Actually, we tied with Shing and the other one, but there's only like, you can't have a 3-way tie. It doesn't allow it, so it just picks one, and it picked this one that we already pwned. That's not altogether surprising, Gerd. I'm a bit of a glass cannon with this monster. Like, It happens. I don't like it, but it does happen. Again, it did exactly the same amount of damage. And the same again. That is random, I swear. It did. It totally pwned me. Didn't even injure me, though. I was shocked. I thought for sure I'd be injured, maybe even dead, but... Probably because I didn't use a single move, so I had really high willpower. I don't know if I took some weeks off of my life by taking that kick to the face, but whatever, I won. Doesn't matter. It's another loss on my record. My record is twice flawed now. Yeah, I'm still famous. I'm as famous can be. 100 out of 100 people know me. Oh, that sweet little Gemfire dragon down there in the boss slideshow. That thing was such an awesome sprite. Alright. Dead Red seems real happy. Alright, so now we go up to rank 9. Beginning of June. So, like 2 days here, we'll get invited to the last one. See what I mean? Like my name and R9, like the font looks different. I don't know why they didn't make all the font look like that font, but it cracks me up because it's got that like certificate filled out, and like Mickey isn't even centered, it's just printed right there from the left. It just looks so jank. I love it. Well, oh hey, so this is finally, I don't know what took this so long. You have to be a certain rank and have to have, I think you know what it actually is? I think you need to have like over a certain amount of money, and then she starts asking you about this stuff. You can upgrade your ranch and you can upgrade your farmhouse. One of them expands your inventory slot. The other one, I don't know what it does. Maybe it makes your monster grow faster or something. I actually don't know what that does. They say the better the monster. Just when Gosh, we get your love a lot. I'm not complaining. I love that song. They say the better the monster's living conditions, the better the monster is. So it general improvement for the monster. Yeah, we're gonna pay $2,000. Of course, we're gonna pay for that. The monster hut. Yeah, we're gonna do all the upgrades. It's kind of cool because it actually your like stuff goes under construction for a while. So when we come back next week, it'll there'll be like little Sanska style construction stuff sitting around. I'm gonna save it. I don't know why I'm just being a little paranoid. But whatever, we're gonna do it anyway. Josie's on a vacation far away. Come around and talk it over. So many things that I wanna say. I like my girls a little bit older. I just wanna use your love tonight. I don't wanna lose your love tonight. I ain't got many friends left to talk to. Nowhere to run when I'm in trouble. I'd do anything for you. Stay the night but keep it under covers. I just wanna use your love tonight. Oh, I don't wanna lose your love tonight. Third week of August. Thank you, Melissa, for the... I said unjam. Thank you, Melissa, for the... For the sing command, not jam command. Now I have to go check that, because that looked wonky. And I pushed the wrong button, and now I gotta make sure that I'm not reverbing still. Okay, I'm not reverbing still. Good. You don't get the reverb Mickey all the time. Third week of August, so I totally can go on the Hartville expedition. Do I want to? Let's see. If I want to go on the Hartville expedition. Yeah, I do. I want to go get the Comstone. Yeah. Yeah, I checked it. Thanks, Don. Okay, so he's going to come second week of July. Super delayed. Oh, no. And so I'll be back on the second week of August, which means I'll be here just in time to battle. I'll be exhausted, but, you know, that's what taffies are for, right? Refresh time. Enjoy your refresh. Oh, and enjoy your lurk, Brandon. I saw you go, but, you know, I was not jamming. I was singing. You know what actually we might do? So after that expedition, what I'll do maybe is I'll put Dad Rad here on ice and then make my next monster and then pop Dad Rad out for the expeditions and then pop him back in. Because you can do that. You can just, you can have up to like 10 monsters in the freezer at a time. And they're just in stasis. They don't age, nothing. And just pop them back out when you want them. It's kind of cheesing it, but I mean, like that's the first time we've done that on this stream. We just hit an intellect level, so leveling it up anymore isn't really gonna do any good. But I mean, whatever. I got nothing else to do. So I had to reinstall a game last night. I usually play it on 3% volume, so it reset and my ears exploded. Oh, that stinks. I do that sometimes. So when I stream, my computer audio is in my little earbud here, and that's actually coming through a little mixer that has it cranked way down. So I actually have my computer volume at 100, but what actually gets to my ear is really low. That way, I just always stream with my volume at 100 because then I know exactly what the volume of the like sound effects and stuff you're gonna get is. But then sometimes I forget and I'll unplug that little thing and whatever streamer I've rated just knocks my chair back over. Like, oh gosh, I forgot. It's at 100. It's so loud. I guess I could just turn my speakers down so that 100 was a normal volume. But I like to actually generally keep my speakers high and my computer volume low. That way it's easier for me to, if something's quiet, like move it up. I'd rather it be too quiet and move it up than have it be too loud and have trouble moving it down, if that makes any sense. Okay, so Karn's coming. Those things should finish building by July, so in July those little scaffolding should come down. That little thing over there. Actually, that totally looks like a metal hat. I wonder if that's just a Japanese workman's hat. Ah, see? Upgraded. Upgrade! Okay, and now Karn's coming tomorrow. Construction is finished. It looks great. So even though... Oh, he is tired anyway. I was going to say, even if he's not tired, we're going to rest him. Because he's old. He's getting pretty geriatric. I watched a Remember This TikTok yesterday, and it was that sound old speakers made when you're about to get a call or text near them. Yes. In fact, my Game Boy kind of makes that sound. Oh, we're not battling. Okay, we'll be back in August for the last battle. Today, we're just going to rest. And we're going to go on this expedition to Hartville. Hartville's the jungle we went to before. That's where we got the plant egg. We can't get another plant egg. It takes a few years for it to grow back, but we can go get another passive boost item. This one called the Calm Stone. It helps your monsters, like, get less stressed. Or something. I don't know what any of this stuff does. Yeah, pwn those dragonflies. Or mosquitoes? Are those mosquitoes? Get them! Yeah. Good job, Dad Red. Okay, so to get the Calm Stone, we're going to go straight... Oh, no. Are we going to be able to break that down? You're pretty old, Dad Rad. Can you break that? These obstacles actually grow back after a while, too. Like after 10 years or something, they grow back. Come on, Dad Rad. Don't be lame. You got one badass old man move left in you. Come on. We call that the balm. It's one of my least favorite tropes in movies and television shows, where some guy who clearly looks like he walks with a cane between scenes is like scaring big buff guys with his super cool badass moves. I'm looking at you, Mike Ehrmantraut. Come on, man. Or all those movies that came out after the one with Liam Neeson, where he's an old badass. And they're like, ooh, old badass. Let's make a bunch of old badass movies. Dude, Dad Rad, this is pathetic, man. Get it together. Would have been faster to just go around the back. Thank you. It's fine. Alright, straight. Straight. And left. He's honestly so smart that he probably doesn't need a lot of opportunities. I still have a good shot of getting a calm stone. Alright, let's go check this thing out. Ancient shrine. Don't get lost, Dad Red. There's a diamond. That's 10 grand right there. Junky disc. I think it's worth like 500. I just need the calm stone, bro. Yeah, we took so long breaking down that thing. Well, there's a magic banana. We could probably hang on to the magic banana. That's used for breeding a rare monster too, specifically ape monster. I might come back for that one later. Although, I don't know. I mean, I got the banana. I may as well keep... Dang it. Okay, so I think I missed the calm stone, which is what I really wanted. Yeah. Redo. Too bad, because that diamond would have been... I wouldn't turned up my nose at it.
That's rich.
All right, Melly. Yeah. Wow, it's a slippery Laffy Taffy. It just kept jumping out of my hands. Here we go. We're almost out of Laffy Taffies. I have 2 more after this. Then we have to switch to my joke book. Oh, goodness. Okay. How do cell phones get around? How do cell phones get around? That it has something to do with, like, them being mobile? It can't just be they're mobile, though. That's not really a joke. How do cell phones get around? On their mobile devices? That's not bad. That's, like, better than mine. On their mobile devices, let's see. It's... Alright, just smash it, Red Red. They are mobile. I'm so disappointed. Yours was better, Melissa. I mean, yours is off better. Ooh, nice job, Dad Red. Broke it early that time. Wow, I said, like, I hope it's not as something as lame as they are mobile, and then it was they are mobile. Alright. Why do computers need insurance? Why do computers need insurance? We are farmers. Do. I actually don't know how the old jingle goes. But I can hear J.K. Simmons' voice in my head now. Alright, come on. Find 5 diamonds and a calm... Fine, a banana. I mean, I probably won't throw that banana away, because it's... whatever. Oh, no! You daft old galley. Why do computers need insurance? Is it like in case they get a virus? Maybe? But that would specifically be health insurance. Like, it would be, why do computers need health insurance in case they get a virus? Like, I'm going to be disappointed if that's the answer because the setup was bad now. Where is the quality control at the Laffy Taffy factory to protect all their memory? I want Laffy Taffy. Wonka. Who is it? Wonka who makes Laffy Taffy? Who makes Laffy Taffy? Ferrera Candy Company, Chicago, Illinois. Get it together, Ferrera. Let's see. Something about RAM? I don't know. In case the hard drive crashes. Oh, see? Okay. So it was insurance. Hey, Sarah. But it should have been collision insurance. Why do computers need collision insurance in case the hard drive crashes? That I could have been on board with. Although, do hard drives crash? Like, hard drives don't crash, do they? What do I know about computers? How's it going, Sarah? Are you even listening, or are you just listening to your show? They could have done better for drive and crashes. Oh, yeah, hard drive crashes? Something like that. Half listening. Well, half thank you. Trying to get this daft old galley to help me find this rare item in the jungle that he kind of keeps getting lost. Like, in case you crash your hard drive. Yeah. I feel like we could workshop something better, Melissa. Something for the Laffy Taffy, I mean. given the time and the inclination. Or why do computers need band-aids? Or first aid kit? Come on. Come on. You can do it. Another banana for when they crash their hard drives. Oh, okay. Yeah, see? See, already. Send it into Laffy Taffy. Are you paying attention, Ferrera? Like a little kid. Come on. Where's this comb stone? I'm in the right spot, right? There it is. Where's my $1 million? Oh, yeah. All right, well, let's see what else we can find. Don't get lost, though. Ooh, I'll take it. Whatever. Just don't get lost, dude. And we won't have any problems. Now that I have a bigger house, I can actually hold more items from these expeditions too, so that's kind of cool. I mean, not while I'm finding garbage like this, but when I find expensive items, that's a good thing. I think he's actually doing kind of a bad job because he's old. A monster this smart and skillful should be finding like loads of diamonds and gold and stuff, but I think he's too old. Which is fine. As long, I mean, he found a calm stone. That was the one I really wanted anyway. Yeah, and the gold's not bad, and I'll hang on to that banana. Why not? Boo doo 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 doo. Mickey, we found the magic banana. Oh yeah, anytime you find one of these items like the magic banana or the mirror or anything like that, Karn shows up and he's like, "Hey, bro." Or not Karn. Teska shows up and he's like, "Let me tell you about that." Actually, he tells you about a tournament you can enter to learn more about it, but you don't actually have to do that if you know how to do it. Why did the man put a seatbelt on his computer? He was worried about his hard drive crashing. That works. Doesn't have to be a man, though. It could be the user. Karn said that it's related to the ape monster. Yeah, see, Teska. He always pops up. Excuse me, I smelled a banana. Hi, Teska. Hi, Holly. I heard you something. Was it in Hartfield? But we found this there. Ooh, magic banana. Yes, what do we do with it? Monsters won't eat it. I'll bet. It has some ingredients which monsters hate, but some monsters love it. Do you mean the apes? Karn said that they keep it as a lucky charm. Correct. An ape monster is made from laziness. Made from laziness? Yes. Ape loves magic banana. Combine 2 lazy spoiled monsters with a magic banana will help you obtain an ape. 2 spoiled monsters and a magic banana. Very interesting. Okay. So, this battle, we're going to beat the game tomorrow. It's literally tomorrow. We'll deal with items in a second. Let's go beat the game real quick. We did it. We did it, Dad Rad. We made it all the way around. I think this battle should probably have a dragon in it. This is kind of cool that we saved the one with the dragon for last. Because I don't think we've seen a dragon yet. We've seen all the other special monsters. Well, not all the other special monsters, but we saw... I think we saw an ape, right? And we saw a magic. And we saw a hanger. So I wouldn't be surprised if this one were a dragon. There's a few other monsters out there that we haven't seen yet, though. Okay, so we got the wind drum. We want to get the wind whistle and the firestone still. Oops. Ladies and gentlemen, we will now begin the battle. What do we got here? What do we got? What an all-star field. They're all tough foes. Dad Rad is anxious. Give it your best. Let's go. Alright, the Naga's running away. Baru. Yeah, Redondo. Ooh, there it's, yeah, Redondo. Oh, hey, it's my... Actually, this one's a Suezo, right? It's not a pure galley. It's a galley Suezo. That Redondo there is a dragon mono, it looks like. So it's going to be like this cool-looking black dragon. Oh, that wasn't even a crit. And it does 717 damage. Splow. Okay, here's Redondo. Let's go, Redondo. Oh no, that's not a mono. That's a golem. It's a dragon golem. So it's like a rock dragon. Less cool. The mono dragon's cooler. Whoa. Whoa. That thing is powerful and intelligent. Alright, 84. Good year. Let's do this. No, it dodged. I hate it. Oh, gosh. Oh. Wrecked. There's my glass can again. Oh, don't let me forget to put out the trash cans. Whoops. Let's see if Dad Rad died, actually. It won't tell you if they died here in the tournament. You'll, like, take them back home, and then they'll die. Let's see. He might just go to the hospital. He's pretty old. Oh, he didn't die. Text Rory. The princesses have been summoned, period.
Ready to send it?
Yes.
Okay, it's sent.
Thanks. She should be. It's midwinter break. No reason to go to bed early. Hope you weren't trying to read about Syria, Sarah. That Redondo, if we had killed Redondo there, we would have beaten the game. But instead, kicked my Dad Rad in the face. But as I've said before, this is not an Iron Man run. This is an Iron Scum run. I locked her out. Oh, she said okay, so she's not asleep. I hate how often I would like to go to bed early versus how often I do. You and me and everyone else, Melissa. They are busting out of their box. Look how big she got. This is Princess Peaches. Oh, hello. Oh, hello. Oh, yes. There you go, Princess Peach. I'm Princess Rosalina. Whoa, my camera's doing it again. That's what my camera was doing before stream. It's all glitchified. Oh, that's what Princess Daisy. And Princess Daisy. Oh, hello. Millions of peaches. Peaches for me. Millions of peaches. Peaches for free. Look out. Oh, there went Princess Rosalina. And she's gone. Okay, let's see. What are these princesses going to do? They're not as lazy as the bros were. Mario and Luigi would just park it on my shoulders and just point their butts at the camera. These three are a little squirmy. Oh, they're Princess Peaches. Just keep jumping down. Oh, they are so curious. They're 2 activity. My hat is an unfinished Octo the Huge. I just never bothered finishing it because I didn't care. It's like, good enough. Princess Rosalina. Where'd she go? Oh, gosh. Princess Peach is just tunnel snakes down in there. Where's Princess Rosalina? There she is. Yeah, there's Princess Rosalina. Actually, you know what's funny is Ray picked her because she thought that her hood kind of looked like a star. And Princess Rosalina is the space princess. And she has a pet star named Pet Star. Lumi. Yeah, they are. Look at them squirm. They're very squirmy. They're very climby.
I tried to get Daisy off,
Ah,
so
I got a little rat tail mustache there. I don't think so. Can you spay a rat? I didn't even know people spayed rats. We just get them all the same sex. Are they chiller if they are? Peach looks like a Rosie. You should get Vit K injections before you do. They get less tumors. Ooh. We don't want tumors. Maybe we'll take them over there to that pine tree. Have them take a look. Be like, hey, how do we keep these rats alive longer than the bros? Hi, Princess Daisy. Ow, ow, ow. Princess Rosalina is scratching my neck. Oh, really? Yeah, where is my rat scarf? My rat shield. Ah, gosh, they're all just, they're forming a rat queen. They're scratching me so much. Get off. Save me.
I'm trying.
Oh, they're scratchy. Oh, it's a triple. Oh, baby, a triple. Oh, I got one. Okay, what did I get? What did I got? Oh, hello, Princess Daisy. Hello. Princess Daisy also has a hood. It's just very subtle. She's mostly white, but then she's got a little bit of brown.
And your sister is with like a teeny little white dot.
Yeah, and then Princess Peach is kind of the inverse. She's almost all champagne, but then has just a little white spot right there on her head. Oh, wait. No, she's... Here, there's her butt instead. My Princess Peaches. My Princess. Boy, they're sneezing a lot. We're trying to switch them to a little less, to a more hypoallergenic bedding tomorrow. Some aspen bedding, it's called, I think. It's supposed to be pretty good. And smell nice. Maybe. You give me kisses. Your whiskers are very tickly.
Get out of there.
All right, these princesses are going bananas, so they're gonna have to go back in their home. But thank you very much for the summon, Melissa. They are perfect, and we love them.
Stay with you.
All right, in your box, Thanks, Rory.
They're in the box.
Better get them back before they chew a hole in the box. And then Mac chews a hole in them. There's a whole garage full of boxes downstairs. That reminds me. Set alarm 10:15 p.m. Trashes.
Your trashes alarm is
I would have totally forgot. But my phone won't. Okay. Yeah, Rosies are bad bleeders, so if you ever need to be prepared for shots. Oh, okay. I didn't know that. I didn't know that, like, different colors of rats had, you know, different such needs, I guess. All right. Let's see if we can not miss Redondo with the God Anger this time. Because it'll probably one-shot him. The, Holy Flash, oh, it was like half its hit points. Oh! Did the galley run away from me that time? It didn't run away from me the first time. It sure did. Yeah, the galley chickened out that time. Interesting. Alright, that's cool. One less fight for me. Alright, come on. God Anger. Let's do this. That's more like it. Oh, it didn't kill it, but it was a good start. Excellent. There we go. And like that, we just beat the game. That was the boss of the game, I guess. Just because of the order we beat the... So, it's just you got to beat all 4 tournaments. This wasn't the ultimate tournament. There's just 4 invitationals. And once you beat all 4, you become, you know, top breeder. And that's like the end of the game. But we're not done. We're not even close to done. I mean, I'll come up with a spray. I guess I could use that little dragon spray. It's kind of a cool spray. I'll come up with something for the boss slideshow. But yeah, see. Congratulations on winning all of the tournaments. You are a master breeder. I'm the master breeder. Here you go. Mickey, congratulations. You have won 4 major tournaments. You have now earned the title Master Breeder. So you like Teska here. Teska did it too, but 100 years ago. I'm very proud of you, Mickey. Congratulations, Holly. Oh, where is she? Did you beat the game? I did. I beat the game. That was the game. A little anticlimactic, huh? Mickey. Great job, Holly. Oh, there's the shopkeeper. Congratulations, Mickey. I am proud to have an expert breeder as a customer. There's the training guy. Great job, you two. He's a nerd because he has glasses. Congratulations, Mickey and Holly. There's Karn, wearing his summer exploration gear. Thank you very much. Slash Fall. He wears that one on Fall too. Oh, Teska's eyes open. I didn't know they did that. You have done very well, but keep trying and you can do even better. Yeah! Mickey, you've done the impossible. Now you can retire. Ah! Yeah, right. Good one, Holly. Is this credits? Do we get the credits now? Ooh, yeah. Yeah, we do. It's called Monster Farm in Japan. And I guess they just didn't bother to translate it there. It's called Monster Rancher here, but in Japan it was called Monster Farm. What is this credit sequence? This is awesome. Oh, wow. That's hard to look at. It's like they didn't want the credits read. These little snippets are actually at the beginning of the game, like in the beginning cinematic, but they're all like black and white at the beginning of the game. You don't get to see the color versions of them at the beginning. Max Naka. Presented by Tecmo, of Tecmo Super Bowl fame. That was it. That was the ending of the game. Those were the credits. Woohoo! Exciting stuff. Hot stuff. Yeah, let's give him praise. He just beat the game. Good job, Dad Rad. Okay, so let's take Dad Rad to town and start doing a few more things. First of all, we're going to take him to the... You can't tell right now, but he's bigger than when we got him. When we got him, he was much smaller than that. And we're going to freeze Dad Rad. Put him on ice. Okay. And since we got a magic banana, we're gonna... Oops. Okay. We're gonna go. We got this. Okay. We are missing that wind whistle and that firestone, so we'll come back for those. Okay. We're gonna get some new monsters here. So for those of you who didn't get to see the shrine before, we're gonna do the shrine some more right now. The first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna get our disc monsters. Okay. So these are special monsters that you can't get anyway in the game except through the disc. You cannot breed these monsters. They're called disc monsters. And the first one we'll get here is the Radio. This is from the Teenage Fan Club album, Grand Prix. So we're going to go to the shrine. And it's going to say, hey, put in any CD you want. And we're going to put in a fake Teenage Riot CD. Or Teenage Fan Club. No, we're not done. We did beat the game. Now we need to get every monster. Okay, so it read the CD. Yes, Brandon, I know what all of my CDs are going to produce. I mean, not off the top of my head, but I did make a list. Also, so this one is this is not a real CD. This is a fake CD. It's simulating to Monster Rancher that it is the Teenage Fan Club CD Grand Prix. It's not that. This has almost no data on it. But basically, it has fake table of contents information that tricks the PlayStation into thinking that I own that CD. And the game was programmed so that this specific CD would give you a rare monster, and this is the only way to get this monster. And they're usually like little jokes. So this was the Grand Prix album. So the monster you get is actually like a little race car tire. So the disc monster, that disc down there at the bottom, that brown thing, that's what the CD is. And so like the monster is coming out of the CD right now. Whoa. Okay. See, it's a little tire thing. So this one is main type disc and subtype question mark. And there are 3 disc monsters in existence. This is one of them. This is the Radial. Well, you seem to have failed to get a monster. Oh, no, you only got his soul. I don't know what that guy's talking about. That's a funny looking monster. But yeah, that's a little disc monster. Yeah, I remember going through a bunch of games with my friend. That's all I remember of this game. The only like super special monster like this I ever got, we'll see here in a second, when I was a kid, because I didn't have any of these albums. I got basically every monster in the game you could get except for those monsters. But now with the magic of the internet. Okay, so we named this one Cal. Is that what I named it? Yeah, Cal. Cal Naughton Jr. All right, we're going to freeze it. And we're going to make another one of those. We're going to make another radio. So, same exact thing. Beep, boop, beep, boop, beep, boop, beep. Reading the data. All right. If we name the first one Cal, you know we're going to name the next one Ricky. Okay. So the reason I'm creating 2 of these is because the only way to get the disc monster, that is type disc, subtype disc, is to breed 2 discs together. So we got 2 of these. We're going to smash them together. And in smashing them together, we will get the plain basic disc, which looks exactly like that thing there. All right, so we got Ricky. No, I got one. Don't you worry. Okay, so this is Ricky. Dear tiny little baby Jesus. Okay. So the way you breed monsters in the game, you just have 2 of them frozen, and then you just combine them. Okay. Costs 500. Jeez. So you can see over there, like, here, we'll do a little quick, like, not real breed. That I'm not gonna do. Okay, if I did this, I would just end up with a plain disc monster. It's like all janked. It's like you don't know what you're gonna get. That's not normally what it looks like. No, we're not gonna continue with that one. I'll show you better in the future, I guess. So for now, we're just gonna combine these 2. What it does is it takes the 2 types that a monster is, right? Okay, so this one here is, it won't show me on this screen, but it is type disc, subtype, like main and sub. It's disc question mark. And then the other one's disc and question mark too. So between the 2 that each thing possesses, you can have a potential for 8 different monsters to pop out. Obviously, your most likely monster is main type of the first monster you pick, subtype of the main type of the second monster you pick. That's like the most likely combination. This one, there's no possibility, but 100% I'm going to get a disc. No, I didn't want to use an item. That was an accident. A bad combination. You don't know what you'll get. This guy doesn't know what he's talking about. I know exactly what I'm going to get. I'm 100% going to get a disc monster. So this one's just disc, disc, disc. Main type disc, subtype disc, name disc. See, looks just like the little disc. Alright, we're going to name this thing Fastos. He's still tricked, like 3 in a row. He's like, whoa, you didn't get a monster? Oh, wait. You totally did. Although, actually, that was a different guy being tricked that time. That was the lab guy. The shrine guy was the other one who was like, what? The dude is drunk. Yeah, you have no idea what you're getting, bro. No, I literally know exactly what I'm getting. The opposite of that, man. Okay, and we're going to actually pop this one over to the ranch real quick. Just to spoil the heck out of it. That's all we're going to do is spoil it. Okay, we're going to buy it 8 apple cakes. Look at it rolling around. How cute is that? Adorable. We're just going to spoil it. Because in order to make an ape monster, all you need is 2 spoiled monsters and then breed them with a banana. Literally any 2 monsters in the world will work for it. I just figured now is as good a time as any to get these disc monsters out of the way and into my collection. Because that's what we're going for now, is we're collecting all the disc monsters, or all the monsters in the game. And with that, you've seen 2/3 of the disc monsters which exist in the game. There's one more. We'll see in a second. And that one other one, that's the one unique monster that I managed to get when I was a kid. Well, I mean, I got 2 of them and then bred them into a disc. So I had a disc as well. But like special CD monsters, that was the only one I ever got. Yeah, let's sell this gold. Okay, and let's sell that herb. Not because I want the money, I just want the inventory space. Okay, do I have enough room now to buy 8 apple cakes? 8 apple cakes is what it takes to totally send these things into spoiled mode. I don't know if I can hold 8. No, I can only hold 6. So we'll do 6. We'll feed it 6, and then we'll feed it 2 more. And we're going to do this with 2 monsters. So we're just going to spoil the heck out of 2 monsters here. They're going to be all spoiled and lazy, and then we're going to breed them together to make an ape. I don't know if it's like a cake that's shaped like an apple or an apple that tastes like cake. I don't know what an apple cake is. It's like a banana apple. You know how, or is it apple banana? They have banana. What is it they have? Apple bananas or banana apples in Hawaii? I don't even know which one it is, and I don't know what it tastes like, or I don't know what it is. I want an apple that tastes like cake. So you want it to be like healthy like an apple, but taste like cake? Not sure I would enjoy biting into an apple skin to find out. Oh, that would be super unpleasant. Like, gosh, yeah, we put up with the apple skin for the apple. If you put apple skin on a cake, that'd be terrible. grapes that taste like cotton candy. I have seen the graples, those apples that smell like grapes and taste like grapes, and they're weird. I have also, you know, had pluots and apriums and nectatotems and stuff. I actually liked the pluots quite a bit. I thought they were really good. What is this guy blathering about? Just sell me some apple cakes. That's like 20 snakes. We'll just buy 6 now. That way we can only go shopping once for the next one. You say grapple? I say grapple. I said grapple too, but then, like, I heard everyone else kept saying grapple. So I switched to grapple. But I always said it grapple too, because it's spelled like grapple. It wasn't spelled like grapple. Oh, see, now it's spoiled. It's loyal, but it's totally spoiled. Okay, so now we're done with it. That was it. Good job, Phaistos. You are totally spoiled. Is it pronounced Phaistos or Phaistos? I don't know how it's pronounced. Whatever. All right, let's freeze Phaistos. Feisty little guy. All right, and here we go. Now we're gonna use the In Excess CD, the In Excess album, Kick. And this was the one CD that I was able to get my hands on as a kid. So slide over here and give me a moment. I've got to let you know you're one of my kind. So essentially, when I was a kid, this was the rarest monster I ever got. I did manage to breed all the special ones and that you can and do all the quest monsters, including like Hanger and Dragon and stuff. Those ones are pretty tough. But this was the only like unique CD monster I got like this. What did I just do there? Oh, it took a long time there. that was a slow load there, PlayStation. So the In Excess album Kick gives you a monster called a goal. It's a soccer ball. See, so its main type is disc as well, and its subtype is question mark, question mark, question mark. Anytime any monster, I think with the exception of 1 or 2, maybe there's 2. If the subtype is question mark, question mark, question mark, the only way to obtain that monster is through a unique disc, a unique CD, a particular album or demo disc or video game or whatever. Okay, so this one we're going to need Pele. Who's a soccer player whose name I know. Because his name's in crossword puzzles a lot. Not because I know anything about soccer. Alright, we're going to do the same thing with him. Take him to the ranch, spoil the heck out of him. What is face toast? It's not supposed to sound good, is it? Because I'm like hungry enough that face toast sounds good. Like toast I stuff in my face. Yeah, eat them cakes. Eat them cakes. I love the way it like rolls around. That's so cute. And it's like that PS1 early 3D games where like it rolls faster than it's actually moving. So it looks kind of goofy. Like the Charlie Brown walk, how their feet move way too fast. Like the toast with Cylons burned on them. Or Vader. Oh, yeah. The special kind of toaster, yeah. Turns it into Darth Vader. Or the Mother Mary. Alright, keep going. 4 more apple cakes. Let's go. Cakes with apple skin on them. And yeah, like the mango is just a normal mango. It ain't no mango cake or like a mango pie. It's just a mango. Yeah, nice. Should have spent 80 more gold. Actually, can I? Do you have anything that costs 80 gold? I'm gonna totally buy something if it costs 80 gold. 50, 100, 200. Come on. You don't got anything that costs 80 gold? Oh, you punk. Would have been awesome. Dang. Can you peel my cake, please? Who wants cake slices? Actually, I guess cake slices are a thing. Dang, we were so close to greatness. I would spend 80 gold if I could, but I don't know how. I guess I could buy something that costs like 100 gold and then sell it, but then it would sell back for 50, so I wouldn't be able to hit 80. What would it take to hit? What would it take to net losing 80? I'll take the uneaten cake core. Alright. Cake core. Alright. We've spoiled Pele here. Now what we're going to do is we're going to combine these two. Now normally combining two discs would just give you another disc. Fairly uninteresting, I guess. Especially since one of them is already that monster. But because we're going to combine them and they're both spoiled and we have magic banana, all of that will sort of preempt any kind of other breeding that would happen. So we'll combine these two. Okay. And we're going to use the magic banana item. And he thinks I'm going to get a disc, but he's wrong. We're going to get an ape. This is how you get the ape monster. Look at that guy. Cute. Okay. Aw, she's so cute. I hardly ever see the ape monster. His laziness offends me. You're so fortunate to get such a rare monster. Take good care of him. There is a type you don't want to stay with. Wow. You have to give him a name. We're going to name this ape Jane, of course. I know, they're hating on this monster. To be fair, I have trained the ape monster, and it's a pain in the patella. They are not fun. They don't listen at all. All right, that's okay. We just brought her into this world to put her on ice anyway. We're not going to use her for now. Okay. We're going to use her later in some combinations, but for now, that's all we're really going to do with her. Okay. Next thing we're going to do, let's see, we're in August right now. Okay, we're going to make 2 monos here. Okay, let's go ahead and make our monos now. I see what I've got going here. And yeah, we'll kind of spare Dad Red any more hard work. Okay, so the next CD we're going to use is my Diablo 2 Disc 3. This is my original Diablo 2 CD from 100 years ago. When I bought Diablo 2. Actually, it wasn't that long. I guess it was like in 2003, I think I bought it. At EB Games. Maybe it was a GameStop by then. And we're going to make 2 monols. We need 2 of them for different breeding purposes. The first one, which we're going to name Arthur, is going to be used to create our magic monster. It's actually ultimately going to be combined with Dad Rad. The 2 of them will combine to make the magic monster. So actually this thing's kind of just going to be killing time. So you can see it kind of had like a little face there sticking out. It looks kind of like a plain wall, but there's actually an invisible monster inhabiting it. So that's how you get a magic monster, is you take the 2 invisible monsters and you breed them together with a magic mirror. Voila, you get a magic monster. Wow, what a monster. Good luck raising him. Yeah, it's a funny looking monster. You have to name him. So this one I said is going to be named Arthur. My forget why I named it Arthur. I don't remember where that name came from. That's what's in my spreadsheet, though, so that's what we're going with. And we're going to freeze it for now. Actually, I did these in the wrong order. I should have made this one Joe first and then Arthur, but that's fine. Originally, I had my galley here named Leo, too. I think it was named after, like, I think it was Galileo, like Galileo. Like, I think it was a super clever pun. But, I named it Dad Rad this time. Okay, and then we're going to have another model. This one's going to be named Joe, because it's going to be shameful. Like that Joe who bet on baseball and got in trouble. Don't say it ain't so, Joe. Whatever that guy's name was. Joe something. Joe the say it ain't so, Joe. Because you can do something shameful with the models. Was it Joe Robinson? May have been. Sounds like the kind of plain enough name I'd forget. Alright, let's put my little treasured Diablo 2 CD away. Like I know sports. Well, he's famous outside of sports because he's notorious. I mean, it was way before our time anyway. Why would we know? Even as old as I am. Alright, so we got all our models. You named this one Joe. Jackie Robinson. Oh, yeah. That was a different guy. Not shameful. Not Joey-O. No. Undo that. Thank you. That's not what I wanted. Joe. Okay, so we're going to freeze Joe, and then we're going to unfreeze Arthur. We will bring out Joe later, right? What do we do with Joe? We're going to bring him back out like in March. So it'll be a while. We don't need, just hang tight, Joe. We'll be back for you. Let's bring back Arthur for now. Nope, go ahead. Bring back Arthur. I'm serious. The default was yes. I just moved off of it for no particular reason. Okay. And then we're going to hang out with Arthur here until Reno comes around. So October. We're going to get 2 more expeditions out of Dad Rad, but we're not going to make Dad Rad get any older in the meantime. We're just going to have time pass with Arthur here. For a whole month. We're going for a whole month. Let's do work he's probably good at, so defense. Now he's sleeping on the job! Bruh. Unbelievable. No, you don't get punished the first time. You do get punished the second time, though. We don't need this monster to live a long time, but we're rich, so we're going to give it meat anyway. Because we're baller. Like that. Arthur, you're terrible at this. Yeah, bro, that was 2 in a row. Get it together, man. I picked this job because I thought you'd be good at it. So embarrassing. Nobody's gonna ever hire my monsters again. Hopefully a little leniency will. Well, you're not. What do you mean tired? You've been sleeping for 3 weeks in a row. Tired? How are you tired? And now he's disobedient too. Ooh, I told him to go to work and he went and slept in the field. See, you saw what I'm saying though. Like he was sleeping in the field. That was him resting. That's what he was doing on guard duty too. Yeah, you're getting punished. Arthur, so far you suck, man. Very disappointed. You know who else is disappointed? Guess who else is very disappointed, Arthur? turd. This monster sucks. Hey, there we go. Way to go, Arthur. Scared away. Bzz, shoot lasers. Okay. That was ridiculous. Why was he so bad at that? Alright. I don't care. I don't care what it is. Go away. Doesn't matter. We're going on an expedition. We're going to try and get... So I said we got the wind drum before. There's another one called the wind whistle. We're going to go try and get the wind whistle. But we ain't getting with Arthur. In fact, if Arthur is like out, Karn won't even show up. Karn doesn't show up for monsters that aren't C-class or above. So we got to... No, not that. We got to pull Dad Rad back out. And hope he's not too old to find a wind whistle. He's pretty old. 5 years, 4 months. Look how gigantic he is. They do start out small and get bigger. It just happens kind of so slowly you don't notice it until you take them back to that screen. It's really easy to see. Or if I like popped out a new galley right now, you'd be like, whoa, it's huge. Well, that's fine because we're going to rest it here. No, we already did that. Just take a nap or poo. I'll still get like invited to S-class invitationals and stuff. I'm not gonna go, but I could if I wanted to. Alright, well, let's go. Like, I bet when I get back with Karn, I'll get invited. Actually, maybe not. Because normally I would get invited September 1st? I might. I don't know. Probably not. Because then the fight was like a week later or something. I don't know. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm talking about a different fight and a different expedition. Never mind. Okay, so for this one, we're going to go straight and then left twice to find a wind whistle. That thing's cool looking. Oh, that's actually where we got the golden peach. Seems to be a place dedicated to monsters. Monsters? Okay, let's go. Wind whistle, please. Oh, there's a robot arm. You can see that's a different piece of the robot. There's 2 arms and 2 legs you gotta get. And then there's a 5th piece that you get from winning a special battle. You combine them all into a little doll. We're not doing that right now. We'll do that later. That's like the hardest monster to make, is the robot. Oh, there's the other arm. We got both arms now. Come on, I don't want this junk. Just give me the wind whistle. Junk, junk, junkety, junk, junk. Ah! Don't do that. Oh no. Oh no. Grandpa Dad Rad walked off again. No getting lost, Dad Red. I tell you what, you find the wind whistle, I won't even make you search anymore. I'll just leave. You won't have to dig up treasures for me. Just the wind whistle. And then the firestone in Titus. But we'll get to that. Actually, we'll probably also need an old mirror and a Ferelia god. Yeah, we'll do that too. And then Dad Rad can finally retire. Tired. Conjugating my verbs all weird. Alright, straight, left. Let's do it again. Boop. Come on, wind whistle. Can you find my whistle, baby? Whistle, baby. Hurry up. No, thank you. Yay! There it is. A little ocarina. That's the wind whistle. All right. Like I promised, you don't have to stick around. You don't have to do any more of that. In fact, let's put you to more manual labor. In fact. Okay, Hartville. No, not Hartville. I want Reno. Okay, so this is back where we went straight, and then we're gonna go right, straight, straight, left, straight. Yeah. We're just gonna let him clear out some obstacles for later, so that these won't be here when my next monster comes through. Straight, and then right. Well, I must have miscounted straights. Okay, right would go to that. Okay, so then leaving, we're gonna go left, then right. And then straight then left. So this straight then left. I feel like I went too far though. Oh, there it is. Okay, so this thing's like really hard to break, but maybe he'll get lucky. Probably won't, but that's fine. I don't care. It doesn't, like, not a big deal if he doesn't break it. At least those scorpions are gone, so whenever I do come through here next, the other monster will be that much closer to breaking this thing. This thing's like really hard to break, so it's not a big deal. But I would be really excited if he did. It would be really cool. Oh, last try. Here we go. This is your last trip out to Reno. Oh, he got it on the last one. Way to go, Dad Rad. What a bro. We got the wind whistle. That was fantastically exciting. Alright, got the wind whistle. Mickey. Remember the clay thing we found? Carton said that it is... Oh yeah, so this is where we start to learn about the hanger doll. And he's like, if you want, you can learn about hanger doll by going to this fighting a robot. You gotta collect all the pieces. We're not doing all that yet. We will definitely do it later. You gotta get all 5 pieces, put it all together. Excuse me. Okay. I'm gonna rest him now and on the other end. Okay. That, because he's old. He's old. He just needs rest. All right. Back to town. Freeze him up again. And we'll bring him back out in January. That was super cool that we got that wind whistle. All right, well, let's bring back this crappy old Arthur. Oh my gosh, it's so embarrassing. How bad he is. So I've beaten the game, Gerd. We beat it earlier. I don't know if you were watching, but we did beat the game earlier. And you don't play one day at a time. You play 1 week at a time. So everything you do is a week long. I mean, with the exception of like training and expeditions, those last for a month. But yeah, every time I send him to work or anything like that, it's for a week. So divide that by 7. But yeah, so I beat the game just a little while ago. So we beat it in 1005. So it, like, speeding through it at a pretty good clip. We beat it in 5 years. When I was a kid, it took me like 35 years to beat it, but we did beat it. Yeah, we got a little credit sequence. Yeah, very exciting. But that's not the real. Thanks, Kurt. That's not really what we're about. Because I think even as a kid, maybe I even did beat this game. Like, did get the credits where you beat the 4 Masters tournaments. The thing I really wanted to do when I was a kid was collect every monster. So that's what we're doing. We're getting all the monsters. Okay? So now there's a whole bunch of monsters, and most of them, like the vast majority of them, are just made by combining monsters. We'll get to see a little bit of that. Yes, now we're collecting everything. But what I wanted to do on stream was like the quest monsters. So there's monsters you go on quests for. We're gonna do those on stream, and I'll do a lot of the breeding off stream. But we're gonna get every combination possible. It's gonna happen. I mean, I guess I could go to like a battle if I wanted to. I just with that low loyalty. I probably should have given the guy some apple cakes when you bro sleeping again. No, because it'll make your loyalty go up if I say no. And because I punished you last time. I like to alternate. 38 loyalty. Whatever. It's not worth it. I don't need the money that much right now. And honestly, I might get more money in Titus. We're just gonna get around to retiring. Okay, now you're getting punished, but this is all the rich people. I can't even believe that there's still people willing to hire me as a guard in town. Like, who's recommending me? Do I even have one letter of recommendation? I mean, I guess maybe this monster's coasting on like my status as master breeder. They're like, oh, whoa, Mickey, yeah, his monster. But then they think I'm gonna send them Dad Rad, but instead I send them Arthur, and they're like, oh, I thought you were gonna send Dad Rad. That's disappointing. You know, it's like when you go to those things where it's like, come meet the Seahawks, and you're like, oh yeah, I want to go meet the Seahawks, but it's not like Russell Wilson. It's like the backup kicker. And you're like, oh, it's cool. Thanks. All right, we're gonna rest here, and this is gonna be Dad Rad's last hurrah here. It looks like. Yeah, this is gonna be it for Dad Rad. Your parents used to babysit the backup kicker for the Seahawks? My little thing here is showing. Here we go. Must have bumped it when the rats came to visit. That was Bryce Fisher. He was a Seahawk then? Oh. Or he is a Seahawk? Bryce Fisher? I don't know which one's which now. Is there even a backup kicker? I thought I was making a goofy joke. Okay. I think we're done with Arthur, too. I think that's the last we're going to see of Arthur and his terribleness. Come away, Arthur. Nobody wants you. All right, Dad Rad. One last adventure here. And this is not like a stop going all the way down to delete. What's happening? Keeps trying to make me delete my monster. This is not like Hollywood, where we're like, the final Die Hard, and then 20 years later we make another Die Hard. No. This is his actual last hoorah. Don't worry, ain't nobody thinking about him this year. Ugh. In fact, everyone here is kind of resentful that the Rams then win the Super Bowl. Not me, I was like, yeah, go Rams. But I always cheer for division rivals anyway. Even if they weren't from LA. If San Francisco had gone to the Super Bowl, I would have cheered for them. I always say, if you're in a fight with your brother, you want to win the fight. But if your brother's in a fight with someone else, you cheer for your brother. Okay, so just going to rest. Karn's going to show up. We need to get 2 items when we do this. We need to get an old mirror and a Ferulia God. And if we don't get the Ferulia God, I guess it's nothing out of the world, but I kind of want it. Going back to the Titus Temple, Newland, Dead Rat. So this was the first expedition we ever went on. We never went on it again after that first time. And we didn't do anything the first time. We just walked around breaking obstacles. because you need to go on the first one to trigger the other ones. And we wanted to trigger the other ones. We just weren't smart enough at the time to find stuff and not get lost. Now Dad Rad's old, but he's smart old. When did you live out here, Gerd? I just moved out here myself like 11 years ago. Not a native, but been around long enough now. All right, let's investigate. Okay, old god, or old mirror and Ferelia god. Let's do this. Or chunk of silver. Okay, that's fine. We had this conversation. That's not remotely surprising. I'm probably going to ask you again in 5 minutes. Oh, hey, there's a Ferelia god. Renton and then Redmond. Oh, that's right. That's right. Okay, that is. There's some neurons back there stirring, going, yes, we do remember. Get it together, man. That's right. We had some overlap. I wonder if we're in any of each other's photos. Oh, and the old mirror. Way to go, Dad Rad. What a bro. All right. Let's see if we can make some skrill, too. While we're here. Want to get some more silver? Oh, wait. Actually, you know what we never got? We never got the Firestone, did we? Oh, that's what we need. We need a Firestone, too. Okay, you got... Sorry, Dad Rad. Kind of like lowballed you there. That's not all, folks. We need a Firestone, too. Give me a Firestone. I would be surprised if I was in a photo you took, unless it was in Redmond and you got me walking my dog. I don't go out to Redmond very often. Although... No, Sarah wasn't working in Redmond yet. She didn't go to Redmond until later. 2019, I think. Come on, dude. I need a Firestone. Give me a Firestone. That's nice, too. I'll take it as a cherry on top of my Firestone. That's nice, too. I'll take it as 2 cherries on top of my Firestone. That's fine. It's worth more than a doll hand. Oh, I probably should have sold this junk before I came here, huh? Yes. Firestone. Bro. Dad Rad. Get it together. Come on. Are we going for that dramatic finish again like we did in the desert? Come on. We got 3 more shots here. 2 more tries. 1 more try. Ah, oh, Dad Rad. He got lost! Dad Rad! In Renton, it would have been me waiting for the bus or walking to Safeway. I'm a homebody. I went to that Safeway. Well, depending on which Safeway it was. The Safeway over on Sunset. Then going to bed, my dude. Good night, Millie. Yeah, I'm not much longer for this anyway. I'm going to get my treasures here with Dad Rad. I'll give Dad Rad one more shot for these treasures. We'll be back on Sunday with more Final Fantasy IV. I'm making real dumb sentences while gaming. As always, Melly, thanks for coming. One of these days, I'll get you your sweater back. All right, Dad Rad. Magic Mirror, Raleigh Statue, Firestone. I mean, that's not like totally surprising. The Firestone is the hardest one of those 3 to find. And bowl. Maybe that's my bowl now. Maybe the bowl is the cost of giving you the sweater back. I actually have this whole little pile of stuff that we've acquired. A sock, a swimsuit, a bowl, some board shorts. We're getting a lot of swimsuits left here now that we have the hot tub. People keep leaving their swimsuits. I have your birthday presents too, but it would have been a real messed up move to show up at a different birthday party with gifts for you. That actually used to happen to me all the time because my sister's birthday was like a week after mine. So constantly grandparents would show up to her birthday party with gifts for me, and I loved it. I don't know if my sister hated it, but I liked it. No, the Safeway between 171st and South. Oh, okay. I don't think I ever went to that one, but I know where that is. Yeah. Mint. It's worth less than an herb. That's total junk. Stop. Come on, Dad Rad. Get it together. Come on, you can do it. Come on. Firestone. Not mint. Stop bringing me mints. Oh, yeah, Michelle, yeah. And Melissa might have gone to that one for sure. Okay, gold is nice. Firestone's better. Firestone. Firestone. Yay, Firestone. Okay. Mirror. Magic mirror. Oh. That rat. Alrighty. Well, we'll just like shutter it then tonight. We don't do any big raids. No raid tonight. We'll just cut it, and I'll see everybody on Sunday. Huh? Good night.